Alright, so we're here and we're trying to get our first blazing ship set up. We're going to go ahead and click over here into our ships. A good blazing ship is the Crimson Sentinel, as the Crimson Sentinel will give you all sorts of blazing related buffs. And blazing's main feature is the skill reduces incoming damage. So with this skill here, this also increases our armor, so that's a good thing we want on the blazing ship. It increases our health, which will come in hand later on. It increases our attack, and it increases our blazing and drowning damage, and this stacks as well. Once you've got your Crimson Sentinel selected, we're going to go ahead and look at some heroes here. A good ship leader or captain would be Lester, but if you don't have Lester, Zola is always a second option. And then we're going to move on to our first mate. You can use Tanaka, or you can use Will if you don't have Tanaka just yet. And then for our gunner, Ned is always a good one, but with his skills, he tends to lack a little bit of defense, and then that's one thing you want to aim for when you get to these higher levels. So I use Magnus instead of Ned, but Ned is also a good place if you're just looking for that extra damage, because he does do an impressive amount of damage. Just keep in mind your ship will be a lot squishier with this. If you don't have Magnus and you want to look for that extra defense, you can use Armstrong, but I don't suggest her. I would use Django instead. He increases your rage restoration and, again, your ship's attack. He will cause your blazing heroes like Lester or Zola, whoever you're using, to use their abilities more often and more frequently. They'll have more abilities. They'll have more skill points that they can use in turn of each battle, and he'll decrease the cooldown of which those. So once we've got our heroes set up, we're going to go ahead and move on out of here and go to our ship's parts area. I'm going to go to our Crimson Sentinel, and you can see I'm using Burning Crown, as when you get 4 sets of the Burning Crown, you get the damage bonus of 8%, and you get the defense buff I was talking about earlier. Target ships subjected to the burning status will deal 10% less damage, which is really good because it's an overall defense. You don't have to build defense on every single ship. The burning damage will basically give you 10% defense if you look at it that way for whatever battle you're in. Good stats you want to look for on the Burning Crown is critical rate or attack bonus. If you don't have these just yet, you can improvise like I've done with the HP bonus. That will make your Magnus stronger. Or you can just go with something simple such as attack or impact. You just fill in as you go. But remember, the main things we're looking for here is the attack bonus or the critical rate. All of these other side stats below here will remain the same no matter which part you are using. See, on the cannon, it's all the same. The only reason this stat is different is because of the level difference, 21, 20. So we get an extra 60-ish power from one level difference.